I'm going to let you get to that Spurs rant soon enough, my man. But before we do, we have to address the monster of the fixtures. Chelsea versus Liverpool at the Bridge.
It's a tasty one, isn't it?
Very good.
Do you think Liverpool walking in with loads of confidence after conceding 3 against Leeds? Obviously, Leeds are they're the type of team that they just attack non-stop and kind of just like, well, if we keep a clean sheet, that would be nice. So like, I don't know how many chances. I know in the Championship, they used to create something like 30 shots a game or something stupid like that. So I wasn't surprised to see them score a load of goals. But I don't know. I'm not a Liverpool fan. Would you think Liverpool fans would be a little bit concerned? Especially from Van Dijk making a mistake?
I would be.
I think so.
And I'll tell you why. Not so much the goals, but the fact that Klopp had to sub off Trent, that worried me. That means he obviously must have been looking... He knows him better than we do, clearly. And he's seen something there to think he couldn't even survive the last 5 minutes. I've got to get this kid off now. Which... That doesn't...
But is it unfair? But is it unfair, though? Because Bielsa... We know how tactical Bielsa is. If he sees that he can single someone out, he will do it. So was Arnold singled out, and then they kind of just shut him down? I
don't disagree with that, but my point is what would stop someone else doing that now? We've now shown he can be exposed in that way.
Yeah, but Lampard's no Bielsa, is he? He can spend a lot of money, but is he as tactical?
But as we know, Lampard loves complaining about Bielsa and his tactics, so he can also now steal them.
I don't think he's on his level yet. I think he's very good at obviously buying great players, but I think if there was a Football Manager save, I think I'd bet on Bielsa to win.
Oh, come on. Yeah, let's not even put Lampard and Bielsa in the same conversation as managers. I'm saying Lampard is smart enough to have watched the game and gone, what did he do? Not think of the game plan to do it himself. So I think Chelsea could get a result here. I really do.
What, even with Salah hitting major form early?
The two of them were penalties. Like two of his goals.
But I think he looked good generally.
Yeah.
He looks like he hasn't stopped.
Oh, it's
gone fucking straight in.
There's so many possibilities in this game because you look at the quality on the pitch. Is Thiago Silva going to be fit for this one? Do we know?
Oh, good question. I saw a bit of news on him recently.
But possibly even if he's not, do you think Chelsea? Well, sorry, was that mate?
I don't think he'll play this one. I think he'll leave him out this one and get him ready for the next one.
Yeah. Actually, that's probably a smart, kind of shrewd move, isn't it? Because if he goes in and gets battered first game against Liverpool, with the amount of pace they've got on that front line as well. Indeed. And Chelsea surprised me with the Mason Mount selection, I have to say.
Chelsea, I don't know if I have gotten to lose against Liverpool, to be fair, because I don't think they're ready yet to show how good this team's going to be. I did call it. I know I've got Chelsea to do well this season. I think I said like third or something. And I did say that they are going to need a bit of time. And I think this is just them needing that bit of time.
You're getting off that hype train already, are you, Brian? Already off it?
No, not at all. I'm still saying top 3. Still saying top 3 or sack. But I think like Kepa's errors didn't help him. And he did look a bit shaky. And I don't know. Shaky. I think they still just need that bit of time. I'm being nice to the guy, right? Everyone already kills him. He doesn't need me killing him as well.
Are you still confident Chelsea finish above United?
Yeah, definitely. Because once they get firing, this team's going to be unstoppable. It could happen against Liverpool. We might see Chelsea win like 5-0 against Liverpool. But I just don't think that they... No, I'm just saying I don't think they're ready yet. But like, but yeah. So
I choked my own saliva hearing that.
It wasn't a literal term. I don't literally think they're going to go and win 5-0. I was just saying they could go and steamroll them if everyone's clicking like they should be clicking. But from what I saw against Brighton, and Brighton do play good football. I know everyone was mocking them, but they play very good football. I think they well deserved at least that goal because they're in the whole game. Obviously, they have to sit back at times, but that's just you're playing against a mega team, so who isn't?
Exactly.
No. I liked what I saw from Brighton. I think they're going to do all right this season.
Anyone as a standout for you in Chelsea last week? Going into this week, who could do the damage against Liverpool?
Werner could get his first goal of the season. I know a lot of people already have him in, but I feel like he was without scoring or assisting, he was there. He was kind of, he had a few like chances where he could have had something. You know, he was there or thereabouts. Havertz is going to need time to click. James looked good
Yes.
at fullback.
That was my pick. Not Daniel James. Reece James.
Yeah, he was probably, but it's hard to pick out like some sort of niche standout from this Chelsea squad because everyone's bloody superstars. But probably James if I was going to go for anyone.
And James coming in at 5 million in the kind of forward players. Mount, if he continues to play Mount at 7 million, he could prove to be very good value. I have to say, just because of the quality around him. Mount almost reminds me, not as good, but the similar style of Lamps back in the day. I always think Lampard's trying to coach some of that old him into him. You know, like that old kind of like ghosting into the box and just dropping in at the right moment. I think he's starting to get that into his game a lot more. And just from the amount of quality, he'll pick up scraps.
Yeah, I think the man everyone loves to hate as well, Jorginho. And I see everyone giving him a load of stick, especially when he first came. People were like he doesn't do anything, but I think he showed. I know it's against Brighton, but I think he showed why he is a serious player. I don't know how much he is on fantasy, but
he's calm in chaos, isn't he? He was very
but
calm.
I've always been a fan of him from the start, but
yeah,
it was an unpopular opinion at one time to like Jorginho.
But again, it's one of those. As much as I do like Jorginho, the only real plus for him in terms of fantasy football is he's Chelsea's penalty taker. And that's where his goal came from last week. It's where if he's going to go against Liverpool, I imagine it'll be a penalty again. So bear that in mind.
You can see this Chelsea squad. You can see him getting a lot of penalties. It was like the runs of Havertz and Werner. You know, and Werner did win the penalty, didn't he?
And for 5 million, again, similar to Souček, he's going to play. He's going to play and he's going to take penalties. So he could fill out, as long as you haven't already used your 3 Chelsea players up, he's a good bench warmer, I think, to be honest. I've got to say.
But would you say 5 million's cheap for like a player that will probably play a lot of minutes for Chelsea and, like you said, is a penalty taker?
Well, yes, actually. Because when I'm talking about Souček being 5 million, and Souček is definitely more of a threat from the kind of corners and long balls. But as you say, with the pace of Chelsea's squad, the trickery they're going to have in that team, I fully expect them to gain more penalties. And if he's sticking them away, he's going to stay on them. So, yeah.
Yeah, but is there a risk that Werner, at one stage in the season, is like, come on, I'm the goal getter here, I want to take him?
I think penalties is one of those